Sir. Today on 16th August, I am going to discuss about the topic of springs like inversion of control, dependency injection, uh, init method, destroy method, singleton, and prototype. And the auto wire annotation, component annotation, risk controller annotations, and the application context and win factory. Okay, so first of all, what is IOC? IOC means the inversion of control. The inversion of control of the spring use the characteristics of transferring the control of object control of creating the object to the framework from us. Okay, now we most often use it in the context of the object oriented programming. Okay, it is very important type. Okay, now the second one is dependency injection. So dependency injection is a pattern we can use to implement the inversion of control. Okay, so the inversion of control is give the speciality to create object by the Spring framework, and DI is uh, used to bring that object when it is called. Okay, now the types of DI. So first one is the dependency injection, which is created by auto-wired annotation. In case of field based DI, we can inject the dependencies by marking them with an at auto-wired annotations. Now the second one is the constructor-based dependency injection. In this case of uh, constructor-based dependency injection, the container will invoke a constructor with arguments, each representing dependency we want to set. Now the next one is the setup based DI. For setup based DI, the container will call setter methods of our class after invoking a no argument constructor. Now um, the next one is the singleton. So what is singleton in spring? Only one in the singleton in spring, only one instance will be created for a single bean, defining per spring IOC container, and the same object will be shared for each request made for that bean. Now the what is prototype? Uh, 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 New instance will be created for a single bean, defining every time a request is made for that bean. Okay, how can we uh, declare the prototype? So to declare the prototype, we simply need to declare the annotation scope and into the bracket the prototype as in the string from. Okay, now next one is what is a auto-wire annotation. So the auto-wire annotation is marks a constructor field setter method or configuring method to be auto-wired by the strings dependency injection facilities. Second one is component annotations. It is used to denote a class's component. It means that Spring framework will auto-detect that classes for dependency injection when the annotation-based configuration and the class part scanning is used. Now the next one is what is the REST controller. So the REST controller is a combination of the annotations of the controller and the annotation of the response body. Okay, now the next matter is next point is what is the application context into the spring. The application contains in Spring is an advanced container similar to Bean Factory. It can load the beer bean definitions, wire beans together, and dispense beans after request. Bean Factory wire beans together and dispense beans up upon request. Now next one is a factory. What is a bean factory? A bean factory is like a factory class that contains a collection of beans. Okay. Now the next one is what is a init method? Init method is a method which is a predefined method to initialize an object after its creation. Means init method is also the method which is called after the after the constructor after the constructor is called. Okay. Now the next one is the destroy method. It is a method which is called before the JVM is closed. Okay, so it's all about the inversion of control, dependency injection, init method, destroy method, singleton, and the prototype in the Spring, and some annotations like auto wire, component, was controller, etc., and the application context and the bin factory. Okay, thank you. Sir.